Hi there, it's Lori, and my story is I found the source of the moths. The good news for everybody is that it wasn't boxes, it wasn't anything from Goodwill, it wasn't any yarn I got from anywhere, it wasn't from a purchase I made that was delivered. This is all good news. The bad news is what it was. Now, y'all remember when I froze the yarn because I saw one moth? So I froze all my bougie yarn. I was like, I'm not taking any chances. He was flying by the yak yarn specifically. I was like, no, not going to happen. So at that same time, I put this sweater. This is cashmere, 100%. I put this sweater in the freezer too. It has not left the bag, but it did get a little hole in it at some point. So I put tape over it. So it had a couple little holes. It's covered in that powder, so to kill everything. So can you see that giant hole? Okay. There's holes here. There's like a chunk of the sleeve. Yeah, you can see that. This. So when I froze it, that didn't kill them. So I had this still in a bag, but I don't think I had this bag sealed. And I think there were eggs in here because this is much more damage than I had when I put it in the freezer. So here's my question for you. This is a sweater that I bought with a gift card. It's not like it was bought for me. It was a gift card for my stepmom. Well, my stepmom and my dad, but my stepmom. It was the only cashmere sweater I've ever had. It was when I was very thin. I was too thin, to be completely honest. And so it hasn't fit in a long time, which is why it was in a bag. And then I saw the little holes and I thought, I wonder what's going on there. Like little holes, like, I don't know if you can see that. Those little holes. Little holes. What I was going to do, thinking that I had killed them after freezing, you freeze and then you thaw it so that the eggs hatch, and then you stick it back in the freezer because it will kill the non-eggs. Okay, anything that's not an egg, anything that's beyond that development. And I was going to reclaim this cashmere yarn because it's beautiful. It's 2 shades of purple and gray. Gray and black are the colors. Like I said, it's covered in powder. I can't wash this. I can't stick it in the dryer to heat treat it to the 122 degrees that I need to get to. It is sealed now because I have put tape over it, and like you can see, like it's not. And like I said, it's covered in that powder, the diatomaceous earth, the DE powder, food grade. Again, I'm making sure I have a mask if I'm spraying it on things. But lo and behold, between the moth people coming and putting in traps, and then we put the Home Depot or Lowe's, you can get those Zevo, Z-E-V-O traps. You plug them in the wall, and then it attracts them because it has a blue light, and then they stick to it. And anyway, between the moth people who are going to come every 2 weeks until they're all gone, I put some in the windowsills, some of the powder, but anyway, I'm not breathing it because it does have silica in it. So thank you to the handful of people. Thank you for reminding me that I need to wear a mask and be careful. I appreciate the reminder and watching out for me. Okay, so the good news to everybody is that this is the culprit. So nobody has to be stressed out. I mean, those 2 people that I had sent yarn in the few months that I think the moths were developing, those 2 people were aware and took care of what they needed to, and hopefully they haven't had any problems. Both of them reported they didn't have any issues. But here's my question. This is sentimental, but at the same time, I mean, it's just getting eaten up. I mean, I'm sure it's not anymore because I've put all that powder in there, but do I throw this away? Is that the right choice? Because I don't think it's salvageable. I don't think I can appropriately salvage this yarn because I can't heat treat it to make sure. I can't wash it in the washing machine or put it in the dryer to heat treat. So I don't, the powders, so I probably should just throw it out, right? Oh God. That's really hard for me, only because, yeah, and I keep seeing more and more holes. Like this did not have this many holes when I put it in there the first time in the freezer. Makes me sad, but also relieved. This was the source. So, trash. Do I put this in the trash? It's going to kill me a little, but I think that's the right thing to do. Because I don't think I can do anything else with it. Right. Just let me know. Just, yes, it's trash. Or, no, here's an idea. Here's what you can do. There are so many holes in this thing and like little chunks eaten out of it. Yeah. But this is the source, guys. So, this will be removed between the traps and the DE powder around the baseboards and the steam cleaning and the heat treating all my yarn and then packaging in plastic, which is terrible and awful. And I wish I didn't have to do it that way, but that's where we're at right now. And that's what I have to do. All right. That is way too long on the story, but please tell me what to do. Is it trash? I think that's the right answer, but that's really hard. I think the sweater was only like $30 back, probably. When was I really skinny like that? Hold on. That's about 20 years ago. Yeah. Is that right? A little less than 20 years ago. Maybe it was $40, but I don't think I can do anything. Anyway, let's move on to happier things. I'm continuing, I continued my 2x2 ribbing to just keep practicing, but then that little scrap I was using ran out. So that's where I got. I'm happier with that than I am with, my initial practice. Obviously, I was happy with the rabbit. I think I'm going to make Trish ''S Yarn Adventures. She's down in New Zealand. She has a teddy bear that is garter stitch. That I'm pretty sure I can do because but it's like made in one long piece where the head is attached. You start at the feet and you go up. So I have a little bit to learn. I can already tell that. And she was concerned because I said I was going to try it. And she's like, but you do continental and I do English. I'm like, that's fine. That's what Sam does too. So I can accommodate, but okay. That's not a whip yet. Work in progress. But it's on. I was kind of playing with some different needles to see how my knitting and purling was on larger needles, just to see. I actually think I do better with the larger needles, and I think that's what Lexi said, something to that effect. Okay, this is where I'm at on the pickle. I showed this on the Sunday Night Live. I need to put white around, and then I'm going to make a mouth. And then again, what I'll do is I will sew it together inside out. I love not having to worry about the ends. I just knotted that. And then I'll cinch the top, sew down the side, flip it back right side out, and then stuff it. And I still have some of that very inside a cucumber looking fleece from another yarn, Shannon, from when she was downsizing and destashing. So I've been washing all that fleece she gave me too, because I just realized, I should wash and dry this just to make sure. And I'm sure it's fine, but I didn't know at the time. The major source, where they were breeding like bunnies, so to speak, was in my cat couch. So I threw out everything on the interior of the cat couch. All I have is the crocheted. Luckily it was acrylic, so I washed and dried that. But I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to end up building the inside of that again. What I think I need to do is actually build about. Now that won't do it either. I got to figure it out. But I kept the cat couch cover. So there's the pickle whip. And then, so this week, this is what I've worked on because I did have that finished. Oh my gosh, did I not? Come on. Okay, funny story. I had lab work, blood draw, lab work, because it was time for I'm seeing all the doctors right now, just all of them. So I had to do a blood draw, regular annual blood stuff. And I kept going, and they would have these long waits. I'm like, oh, I can't wait today. I can't wait because it needed to be fasting. So I went in, and I finally take this project bag because I'm going to work on this square for my Stitcherhood blanket, which again, I'm not sending till next quarter. And the reason I'm not sending until next quarter is simply because I want to make sure there is not one single moth in my house. I will heat treat, and once there's no moths in my house, I will heat treat, package it up, double package it, and send it to Texas. So this is 8 of 9 squares. I'm not finished with it, obviously, but so I take this to the blood draw this one particular day. There was literally no wait. So I'm like, the one time I came prepared, and I didn't even have to wait. I mean, I'm not complaining about not waiting, because nobody loves waiting in that kind of place, but so that's what I got. Whip-wise, pickles. A pickle. I still need to send Jen's Hobby Nook her pickle. I accidentally told Jen Reeves it was hers because I got confused, because that happens with me sometimes. And I said I wanted to show a couple of Temu things. Literally just one good review, one this design needs improvement. So it came in a little tin like this, and it's it's needle holders, and then these very cute sheep on the light bulb safety pins. Now, Sam's yarn basket, I need to watch her again because with this style, and if you're knitting, you're just slipping that stitch marker up. You're not taking it off at all. It just stays on there and moves up where you need it to. So anyway, so that's the positive review. It's super cute. I didn't know it came in a tin. I love it when they come in a tin so they can stay together. Here's the one of questionable design. So I thought, oh, this is so cute and fun. You put the yarn cake on here and it spins and you can pull from the outside, right? Great, except why? Why did they put these down here? This one fell off, which I'm grateful for, because that's the only place it doesn't constantly catch. I have to keep the yarn up above the tail for it to not kind of slump down and catch on these pieces of grass. So I will probably figure out a way to pull these out. So design flaw, cute, major design flaw. So again, you can stick a cake on there and pull from the outside. This one does not move as nicely as any of the other ones I've had either. So it's been a little trickier to work with just in general. But it's cute. So it may just sit on the shelf. This might be what happens with that. So I wanted to show you one good Temu thing. Sorry. And I'll try to find something similar that I can link. And then one cute as heck, but why? Why with the grass? Anyway, I think that's it. I appreciate you all so much. You mean a lot to me. I'm going to have a members only video, and I'm probably going to have a members only live, possibly. Oh, let me look at my calendar. I'm going to pause for a sec. Okay, I may do a member live on Thursday at 6 Central, because I believe that's the time that everybody said that works really well for them. And so those of you who are gifted memberships, come on in. And I am going to do a short members video to just let you know what's going on with all my health stuff. I try to keep that off the channel or minimize how much I talk about it on the channel. So, all right. Thanks for coming in. Can I get an amen? Hugs from Mima Potato Head. She's all together today. Hugs from me. Whatever kind of hug you need. Even if it's a hug from a distance. Remember, I appreciate you. You matter, and kindness matters. I hope to see you again soon. Bye.